Above everything else, Pokemon is a game about catching them all. But what if we don't do that? In fact, what if we banned catching Pokemon entirely? Back in February 2026, Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green were re-released on the Nintendo Switch 2. And to satisfy my nostalgic urge to once again revisit this game, I set myself a challenge to see if I could beat Pokemon Fire Red, but without catching a single Pokemon. Obviously, this raises a few questions, like what about evolving your starter? How are you gonna deal with HMs? And also, why? And to all of the above, I answer, what more could I possibly want or need other than a Bulbasaur? Good, I think that covers everything. As for the rules of the challenge, no, this isn't a Nuzlocke, so essentially they just don't let him evolve, don't catch any Pokemon, and that's kind of it. Okay, fine, we'll do it in under 24 hours as well. Whoa, excitement! Our adventure starts, of course, with a nickname, Blub. For the uninitiated, Blub has been a bit of a cult legend on this channel ever since I wasted my Master Ball on him at the start of Legends EA. But hey, this solo run really felt like his chance to prove himself to the masses and further expand his growing fan club. After introducing ourselves to our rival Anti-Blub, whose nickname will become quickly apparent, Blub immediately demonstrated his power by nearly dying in our very first battle and also to a Route 1 Pidgey. But trust me when I say that Blub is still the perfect early game Pokemon. Being super effective against both Brock and Misty in Gyms 1 and 2 let us speed through Vermillion Forest, one-shot Brock's rock-hard Ball and Snake, and safely pass through Mount Moon to arrive in Cerulean City with less than 1 hour played. And yes, that even accounts for the 15 or so times Blub tried to evolve on us. Yeah, no, that's not happening. Don't try it, buddy. From here, the logical step would have been to continue abusing that type advantage we had and run straight in to get our second gym badge. But of course, that's when I tell you about the second major threat to this challenge. Me. It's been over a decade since I last visited Pokemon Fire Red, but I still had vague memories of things I should be wary of, such as Misty's Starmie. For the fun of the game, I was avoiding looking up opponents' teams before battles during this run, but because of that, I was terrified of Starmie having a Psychic-type move to destroy Blub so early on. Here's a fun fact though, it doesn't have one. So in an attempt to protect Blub from this made-up threat in my head, I instead ran up to Nugget Bridge for what was already our second rival battle of the game. And got destroyed by a giant bird instead. Oh. So Pidgeotos, huh? Yeah. So much for that deathless run. Even though this wasn't a Nuzlocke, it hurt having Blub fall this early into the challenge. But more than that, it also highlighted another threat called getting poor. But we'll get back to that later on. After the first grinding session of the run, we pretended like that never happened and went straight to Misty, wiped the floor with her thanks to a critical hit Razor Leaf, and in doing so, proved that I had nothing to worry about after all, and Blub's first death was completely avoidable. From there, we tested our luck against Anti-Blub at the appropriate level of 22, where Blub was now beefy enough to survive 2 gusts from Pidgeotto and an Ember from Charmander, letting Sleep Powder and Leech Seed safely carry us through a trainer who was already living up to his name. Good job we don't have to battle him that many times today though, right? Oh, that might be an issue. While we're on the topic of threats to the challenge, it's also important to think about the long-term issue Blub had to keep an eye on, his PP. Seeing as we're only using a single Pokemon through this game, longer sections with consecutive battles were gonna cause a lot of problems, e.g. the Elite Four or, oh look, Nugget Bridge. Good timing. The last thing I wanted to do was fight our way to the Elite Four and have a moveset that would lose all of its PP before the champion. That would be kinda depressing. And because of that, most strong moves were off the table and essentially means that my endgame moveset was pretty much already complete. Like, apart from Tackle, Blub was set. However, Nugget Bridge demonstrated that I could still get caught off guard along the way. These trainers were nothing compared to our rival Anti-Blub, so as I pushed onto Bill's house, apparently I didn't see just the 3 tackles I had left as an issue. Because as we all know, the clock is what's more important here. Right? We are gonna use Leech Seed strats. Can I even do that because you're grass type? Oh god, this actually counters me. I need Bulbasaur to hit every Razor Leaf. Every single one. I need a crit here. That's... Oh no! Wait, what have I done? Pidgey, I can take a Pidgey. I can deal with Pidgey. Do you want some seeds? I need to sleep store this person now. Got anything in the bag I can use? Do I have anything? Berries, give me... Nope, do not have a backup grass type. I can get through if you don't have a grass type. I have one Razor Leaf. I don't know if it's even worth me struggling. This is gonna waste my time and I'm going to die. I can sleep powder you, but I can't leech seed you. Where's the... How does that work? At least it didn't kill me. Oh, the struggle! Huge damage! Never mind! It wasted my time a bit, but we got there in the end. We got there. Go away. Go away. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm going in here. Thankfully, though, after being spared by Blub's flailing arms and legs, we could save Bill from eternal life as a Clefairy, stole his SSN ticket, and boarded the ship at Vermillion for, well, our third rival battle in just 2 hours. Blub made sure to put his contact lenses in, though, as we made sure to get past a never-ending barrage of accuracy-reducing moves. Somehow. Like, honestly, looking back, this might be the most impressive thing Blub did all run. After that, though, we quickly robbed up a ship captain who gave us the HM for cut, which luckily for us, Blub can learn. And so a rare change in moveset occurred to let us leave the ship and access the third gym of War Criminal Lieutenant Surge. 2 hours in, we're about to get our third badge. Just depends how quickly I can find 2 switches. Switch 1, wait. I'm goated. I'm goated. I'm the best. No one can beat me. No one can challenge. Damn it, why did you turn around? Into the battle against Surge, Blub dealt with Voltorb, only taking a single Sonic Boom along the way. And after one-shotting his Pikachu, all that stood in our path to badge number 3 was Raichu. A truly scary Pokemon to face this early on, especially when it starts using Double Team. But you see, Pokemon is a game of skill, strategy, and talent. And I was prepared for a scenario just like this. And by that, I mean Blub ignored 2 double teams, landed Leech Seed, Sleep Powder, and 2 Razor Leafs, and hey! We walked out of there with Gym Badge 3. W Blub! Casual W Blub! Everyone show love to Blub in the chat. Everyone show love. Lucky? Who are you calling lucky? How dare you? One of the interesting quirks of this run is not just how to beat Pokemon who have a clear stat advantage over Blub, but also how you traverse the map. For example, it's at this point in the game that we're meant to make our way through the impossibly dark rock tunnel by using HM Flash. And you would be stupid to even try and make your way through this area without it. So that's exactly what we did. Although Blub could technically learn Flash, based on our self-imposed rules, we actually can't even get it if we wanted to. Many super useful items in this game are locked behind catching Pokemon and completing the Pokedex for Professor Oak. A number of his aides are scattered across the map, and when you catch the required number of Pokemon species, they'll give out rewards such as the experience share, an Everstone so Blub may end his constant fight with the excruciating pain of Metamorphosis, or a HM that would let us light up this cave. So yeah, seeing as we can't catch Pokemon, that went in the bin, and I tried to remember my way through Rock Tunnel effectively blindfolded. Luckily, I spent way too long in this game as a kid, so through either incredible memory or potentially childhood trauma, 20 minutes later we stumbled out of the darkness, ignored Lavender Town, for now, and took the road to Celadon City. Hey, if we get to Celadon, we could go gambling! Whoa, let's go! Are there any good TMs that Blub can learn from gambling? Oh boy, oh. You're kidding me! No! Did you have to crit me then? 1,000 Poke... I need to go gambling. If I'm being brutally honest, a side quest to the game corner wasn't on my radar. I mean, they don't even have Voltorb Flip. What kind of casino is this? But then I saw they had a Miracle Seed as a prize. Look, Blub made me do it, okay? He loves the slots. La, 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 la. Look at that, it's a happy sign. There's no gambling here. There. Oh, we got the jackpot, baby! Look at that money. Now we're winners, baby. Now we're in. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. I'm the GOAT! That's why he's the GOAT! Honestly, the game corner is so much fun. God, I miss this. With blood pumping and a Miracle Seed in Blub's chubby little hands, we ran straight into gym number 4 to face Erika and attempted to claim our 4th badge of the run. We were on a high after success in the game corner and felt absolutely invincible. It looked like nothing would stop us. Ow. Apart from maybe some more grass types. Yeah, Erika was an issue. This was our first real roadblock of the challenge. Grinding up Blub to level 40 or higher wasn't going to cut it, or we'd have a rebellious child on our hands, which is not something I wanted to deal with under time constraints. But worse than that, Erika's grass types ruined our Leech Seed Sleep Powder combo, and honestly it felt like she was on a revenge mission now for that one oddish we struggled to death back at Bill's house. So how do we win this? By doping, of course! In Saffron City, Blub turned from an innocent little plant to a life of gambling, whamming, and performance-enhancing stimulants, as we threw every last scrap of change we had left at the Celadon department store. Now I know X items are kind of taboo in Pokemon games because, let's face it, they can be just a little bit overpowered. But if you're gonna do something stupid like, well, beat Pokemon Fire Red with a Pokemon whose stats look like this, trust me, they're necessary. And to be honest, they don't make this particular challenge as easy as you might think. For now though, it was time to show Erika the power of modern technology. Say hello to Blub. Sleep Powder. Turn 1. Suddenly Blub is feeling very strong. Look at that. Beautiful. Stay asleep. Doesn't matter, you're dead. Stay asleep forever. Cut. How much does that do? Oh, that's beautiful. Who said the 4th gym would cause us trouble? Who said this was tough? What's an acid to a Blub? What's a defense drop to a Blub? There we go. Now we're in. Blub is done. That's the 4th badge. That is one good day's work. You are remarkably strong. Thank you for recognizing us, Erika. Thank you very much. Blub is natural talent. It'd be a shame if I forgot to skip here, huh? Nearly. One day I'm gonna push my luck on that. One day. 4 hours in, 4 badges claimed. But it's at this point that my memory started to get a little fuzzy of what to do next. Thankfully, my first instinct was to run straight back to the casino. Not by habit, I am not a gambling addict. But I remember the Team Rocket hideout was here and hey, turns out it was the right call to make. In no time at all, me and Blub used our combined 2 brain cells to make our way through spin tiles and found our way to an interesting first battle against Team Rocket boss Giovanni. Onyx, oh yes, now we're ready. I was so ready for Giovanni. I should have gone to Giovanni before I did Erika. Kangaskhan, I should have come here first, huh? I really should have come here first. Why did Fake Out do half my health? What is that? Mega Punch. We're not good. We are not good. We are not good. Oh, we're good. We got a crit. Blub knows. Blub is the guy. Silph Scope in hand, that directed me back to Lavender Town. We mercilessly put down a mourning anti-Blub and a grieving mother in the tower, but justified our actions by rescuing an old man so that he could give us his old Pokeflute. Much to my dismay though, we could only use it to wake up and then bury an all-powerful Snorlax, just so that we could complete the long migration to Fuchsia City. Not before hitting every fisherman we met along the way though. Oh my god, every time! The fishermen hate me! Even with my fuzzy memory, one thing I will never forget is my way through the Safari Zone. For some reason, probably much like some of you guys, this route is one of those things that is just embedded in my brain from playing these games as a kid. So in no time at all, we grabbed 2 very important items for beating the game, the Gold Teeth and HM03 Surf, which as we all know, Blub can most definitely learn. Before Koga, the Gold Teeth did let us make a rare update to Blub's moves as we traded them in for HM05 Strength. This not only improved on our 50 base power cut we'd had since Lieutenant Surge, but also finally gave us a 100% accurate move, which was huge. Not huge enough for it to matter against Koga, but look, it was nice to have in the back, you know, just in case. 5 hours down, 5 badges claimed, all was going smoothly. Until it wasn't. You might think that's because I forgot a very important item, the tea, all the way back in Celadon City. But no! That 10-minute length of Kanto detour where I somehow managed to find yet another fisherman I was yet to battle was not where our downfall came. Nope. Now that we've quenched the guards, it's time we talked about Saffron City. If there was any hand-holding, this game was done with it now. Saffron City is Fire Red's way of telling you now, you are on your own. We now have to find things out for ourselves. Like finding out how that random old lady was the guardian of the city. Why didn't you talk to her? Wasn't it obvious? But no, that's not the scariest part. Now we're here, we have to take on not 1, not 2, but 3 boss battles in this single city. And they are also some of the most unforgiving battles in the entire game. So after thoroughly exploring all 11 floors of Silphco, our gauntlet started with perhaps the worst of them all, Anti-Blub. And he took that loss in Lavender Town personally. Don't mind me, rival. I'm just gonna eat some pizza while I easily battle your level 37 Pidgeot. That's kind of scary. I'm a little bit scared. Hang on. You have a Pidgeot now? Ah, you got a Charizard. Oh, this is gonna be way harder than Giovanni, huh? Don't tell me you know Flamethrower already. Don't you dare. Oh, no. Oh, we might be about to die. Oh, yeah, we're dead. Yeah, so remember when I said money is kind of important in this run? Well, defeats like this really hurt the wallet. That's okay, though. I mean, we can mitigate the damage done just as long as we don't lose again. No! What? Oh, no. Oh. The fact that our rival not only had a Charizard now, but a Charizard with Flamethrower was, yeah, just a tiny threat to my wallet. And Blub's life expectancy. From 3 deaths in a row, I was running out of money for Blub's stimulant addiction almost as fast as it felt like the time was disappearing. But above all else, shall I tell you what was the real problem here? Fun fact, X Special Defense doesn't exist in Gen 3. Who knows why exactly, but this item wasn't introduced until Gen 4. So I'm guessing the developer just forgot about it in these games. Either way, this meant I had 0 defense against Charizard's Flamethrower. So to be honest, it left me with 2 options. Grind up or get lucky. So of course we took a step back, spent the next 2 hours grind. Who am I kidding? We were never choosing the safe option. Everyone believe that the Charizard stays asleep just 1 turn. Oh my god, I didn't do enough. Oh no. No, don't do this to me. No. Please, just high roll, something, please. Yes, Blub! High roll! Get him in the ground! We've done it now! What's your final Pokemon? Gyarados. That's a little bit scary. Okay, I can deal with you. Sleep Powder. This is the way. Gyarados woke up. Bad. Dragon Rage. That's fine. That's 40 damage. That's it, right? That's it. Yes! Oh, you know what they say, 4th time's the charm. No time for remorse, we had to move on straight to crucial and terrifying battle number 2 against repeat offender Giovanni. Thankfully, with a number of ground types, Blub didn't have to dig too deep in his bag of stimulants to get through most of his squad. But there was still the scary prospect of Kangaskhan. If I miss anything, it's gonna be a problem. Okay, that's good. Good. Honestly, X accuracy might... What?! Oh my god. Oh no. Okay. Don't just stay asleep. Oh my god, what is wrong with your Kangaskhan? Heal? I need to heal first, and then I'm gonna have to use X defense. We're gonna have to use X defense to get through this. What is wrong with you? How do you keep waking up? Oh my god. Ah! What do you mean? What do you mean? At this point, Blub was being flat out bullied at every corner. And also, we were essentially bankrupt again after Giovanni stole all the money we'd just recovered from Anti-Blub. Credit where it's due though, our little green fella kept fighting. And second time around, took down the Mafia boss to be presented with a very hype, but absolutely useless Master Ball. But I guess he could hold it every now and then, you know, to remind him of his origins. With that, just one battle remained for us in Saffron City, and if you couldn't tell, I was eager to put this place behind me. So after grinding through some gym trainers while fumbling through some more telepads, we arrived at Sabrina, hit her with the good old Sleep Powder Leech Seed 1-2, and took a Psychic to the face. Oh god, you outspeed me. Oh my god. Right. So there goes all my money again! Claiming Sabrina's badge at the second time of asking, there was now but one single question on everyone's lips. No, it wasn't if I was able to get through a battle again without Blub dying. It was instead, how exactly was Blub going to swim to Gym 7? Obviously, in a regular playthrough, we'd fly back to Pallet Town and casually surf our way down to Cinnabar. But 1, Blub doesn't have wings, and 2, this frog can't swim. So without being allowed to catch any Pokemon, where exactly does that leave us? Well, at this point, Blub is no stranger to illegal activities. So maybe we could creatively interpret the rules? Before leaving Saffron City, we accidentally talked to a very specific NPC in Silphco, and what can I say? She forced me to take this Lapras off her. Whether I liked it or not, I literally didn't get the chance to say no. Obviously, I would never use this Lapras in battle, but... well, we didn't technically catch it, right? So I guess the run still stands and we can ride Secret Blub down from Fuchsia City, into Seafoam Islands, do some boulder wizardry to get us to the other side, and arrive at Cinnabar Island with a completely legit run still intact. Honestly, as a Fire-type gym leader, I was really not looking forward to taking on Blaine in Gym 7, especially given our recent encounter with a certain Fire-type. But you know what? Leading with a baby Growlithe gave Blub enough time to max out his attack and speed by pumping himself full of pills, and even an Intimidate couldn't stop us two-shotting his ace Arcanine with Strength. So, yay! Didn't think this would be the first battle Blub survived in 3 hours, but I'm sure not complaining! We then rejected the chance to hop onto Bill's boat because, let's be real, stranger danger. And in the time saved by ignoring the Sevi Islands, we finally started preparations for the end game. From here on, everything we had to do was west of Vermillion City, and without Fly on hand to throw us across the map whenever we'd like, there really was no going back once we committed to the Elite Four. For that reason, I drew up a list of objectives to complete before attempting to claim our 8th and final gym badge. Number 1, hunt down every hidden rare candy on the map so that we could force feed them to Blub at the end of the game. 2, get rich by using the VS Seeker to continuously bully some bikers on the cycle path. 3, use their money to buy out the entire Celadon department store's drug supply. And 4, make sure Blub gained enough levels on the way so that Giovanni couldn't murder him. Again. And hey, as it happens, that turned out to be our easiest run-in with Giovanni to date. Who would have thought grass moves worked well against ground types? After the pain of Saffron City, it finally felt like we were back on top. 12 hours in, all that remained between Blub and his rightful place in history was a short trip through Victory Road. Well, actually, I might have overlooked the small issue of fighting our rival again, but what does another death mean to Blub at this point? Aside from bankruptcy. Oh my god, not again. Not again. Ah! Seeing as we literally had nothing else to lose, we continued to run headfirst into this battle another 2 times until we got lucky, and from there we were free to show our shiny gym badges to some more guards as we stepped on the daunting path towards the Elite Four. I don't have... Oh, I need to heal Blub in the Pokemon Center. Everyone, look away. Wait. Oh, what happened to stream? Oh, we're back. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I think my stream glitched. You're right. Sorry, guys. I missed it. You didn't see that. What's a Lapras? I don't know what a Lapras is. Revealing Blub's newfound ability to swim, it wasn't long before we entered Victory Road, used our combined 3 brain cells to make our way through the strength puzzles, and after just over 12 hours, found ourselves face to face with the final gauntlet. Blub truly had come an incredibly long way in the last 13 hours, and with so much time left on the clock, we took an hour to grind up and ensure we were as prepared as possible for the challenge ahead. With our strengthened bond and support of all the Poachie and Blub subscribers, it was time to see if we could put all the lessons learned from the 11 deaths endured along the way, and try to go 5 battles undefeated to sit Blub on the Kanto throne. Starting with Lorelei. Even though she's meant to be an Ice-type trainer, she's basically not. So in theory, taking on a Water-type should be a pretty quick fight, and I didn't feel like I had to use any performance enhancers. Blub was dealing with every Pokemon thrown his way, including those that we had never once seen before. Lapras. Oh, what's a I've never seen this Pokemon before. Wow, what a rare Pokemon. Unfortunately though, Blub flew too close to the sun, and after easily dispatching half of Lorelei's team, we might have underestimated this thing. I think the best thing to do is Razor Leaf. Easy, what's a Lorelei? As long as I don't miss Razor Leaf, we're fine. Sleep Powder. Oh no, what have I done? I probably should have used a Chesto Berry. Oh, I hate this thing so much. Oh, I shouldn't have let this happen. I should not have let this happen. My overconfidence had consequences. By trying to save my X items, one missed sleep powder meant that I wasted countless healing items as I was constantly put to sleep, immobilized by love, and even frozen by an ice punch. Oh my god. What are we doing? No! It was only 10 minutes later that I was finally freed from this absolute nightmare fuel of a Pokemon. And after Cloyster came out to double protect and PP stall me, just for the BM, I could finally put one of the worst possible starts to an Elite Four behind me. Like, yeah, I really dropped the ball on this one. Sorry, Blub. Turning our attention to Bruno, we looked to redeem ourselves. Compared to Lorelei, Bruno is a hard hitter with no sleep stalling, love immobilization, or freezing strats to worry about, but either way, after the last battle we took 0 risks and decided to bulk Blub up to the brim of exploding with an X accuracy, 5x special attacks, and 2x speeds. Was that necessary against a couple of Onyx and some fighting types? Probably not, but sometimes it's about sending a message, you know? Similarly, in Agatha's case, although she holds some annoying status-inducing moves like Confuse Ray and Hypnosis, unfortunately for her, Ghost types have a fatal flaw in Gen 3. All of their attacks are physical. That meant Gengar was rendered useless in trying to Shadow Punch us to death, so by slowly restoring health with Leech Seed, Blub could take his time to feast on 5 more X special attacks and two-shot her remaining poison types. So before we knew it, that somehow brought us to the penultimate battle already. But Lance was a scarier threat, or at least on the face of things. His dragon types resisted Blub's favourite move, Razor Leaf, and had plenty of flying type moves to cut small little green plants down to size. However, after successfully lulling Gyarados to sleep, that gave Blub plenty of time to break probably another dozen rules in the Elite Four and consume not just 7 X attacks, but a dire hit as well to see if we could tease out some critical hit strengths along the way. Turns out that was a great decision because wouldn't you know, a critical hit was exactly what allowed us to one-shot his Aerodactyl and level 60 Dragonite back to back. And with a few more flexes of the muscles, Blub swept aside 2 Dragonair and we were en route to the champion battle and a sub 14-hour run. I'm just going to throw out this completely unverified claim here, but having started this run the moment the game was released, it's likely Blub will become the first ever Bulbasaur to solo run Fire Red on the Switch 2. And as long as I didn't make a severe and horrible mistake like a 10-year-old who's never played this game before, all that stood in our way to realizing that dream was, of course, anti-Blub. Oh no, 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 what have I done? I didn't heal, I didn't use ethers, I didn't do anything! No! He's at full health, right? He's at full health. I saved an elixir for this moment and I don't have it anymore! I have 5. I only have 5! Anti-Blub truly was the Blub counter. I mean, only a true hater would keep Sand Attack on a level 59 Pidgeot just to combat our X Accuracy Sleep Powder combo. After a war of attrition, we eventually broke the deadlock and put the bird to sleep, allowing us to start diving into our bag of fun. But having failed to restore our PP before battle, we used all our remaining sleep powders on this single bird before it died to Leech Seed, putting us in a less than ideal spot for Alakazam. Luckily, from our 2x speeds and 5x attacks, we managed to outspeed and one-shot it with strength before it could murder us with Psychic for the 3rd time this run. But then, Anti-Blub recognized our weakness and threw out the one Pokemon Blub feared above all else. With no sleep powders left, this was it. If Charizard landed a fire-type move, then in all likelihood, Blub would be eating dirt. Everything came down to whether he could one-shot this Charizard with a +5 strength. Okay, please. No! 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 Don't do it! Don't do it! No! No! I'm leaving the room. I'm leaving the room. I can't do this! The hard truth is that no matter what level Blub was, or how many X attacks we forced down him, he simply would not be able to one-shot his arch nemesis. After coming all this way, it almost seemed like he was destined to fail. But that isn't the Blub way. Blub is a fighter. He didn't need those levels to beat Charizard. All he needed was a more competent trainer who knew not to send him into champion battles with only 5 sleep powders. So for the first time this run, we allowed a do-over. This was Blub's moment to show that with enough heart and perseverance, anyone can break through their Charizard-shaped walls. Stay asleep. For all that is Blub, stay asleep. Stay asleep, stay asleep, stay asleep. Yes! Okay. No, what are you doing? Die. We got the Charizard. We got the Charizard. We got the Charizard! That's how it should have happened last time. Okay, we can do this. What is next? The Executor. I don't know what you have. I'm putting you to sleep. I don't think you can one-shot me. Oh, come on. Is that a one-shot? It's a crit. It's a beautiful crit. Come on. Ow, my hand. I hit my hand on my mic. You know what? I deserve that. That's fine. It takes a little bit of pain to get the win sometimes. Honestly, we just strength. Honestly, I think we Razor Leaf. Yeah, that's what I said, right? I definitely said Razor Leaf. I'm pretty sure I said Razor Leaf. Yeah, there's a misclick. Let's go. Let's go! One more. Champion Anti-Blub sends out Gyarados. We don't need sleep. We don't need sleep. We're 24 hours streaming. I needed to sleep. We're fine. Blub. Level 81 Blub. I told you he could do it. I told you. Yes. Oh, finally. Stop the clock. Stop it. 9 hours and 25 minutes to go. No, Blub, what? Do we have to end on this? What are you doing? Really? You still want to evolve after everything we've been through? No. No. This was one of the most enjoyable challenge runs I've ever taken on. So before anything else, I just want to say thank you. The love and support shown throughout this entire stream was immense, and the whole reason I make content like this in the first place is to let people escape for a bit and generally have a little fun in life. So if that can happen over a collection of green pixels called Blub, then I don't know, I feel like we're doing something right. From now on, I'm starting to stream a lot of these projects, so if you ever see me live, feel free to jump in, say hi, and join in the fun, because there's a lot of challenges coming your way, and like I said, they're better with you guys there. For now though, Blub's journey in Fire Red is over, and it was time for him to finally sit atop the Kanto throne. And just like that, Blub is crowned the champion on his own! And to see this, it was worth every second.